Whoop-de-woo. He stomped me out. Then he had me bark on a live stream.
The drama surrounding Blueface has exploded just 3 days after his release from prison, turning what could have been a quiet homecoming into a full-blown spectacle of chaos, betrayal, and violence. It all started when Blueface, fresh out of jail, wasted no time in dumping his girlfriend Angela on a live stream, a move that shocked many given that she had been one of the few people consistently supporting him during his incarceration. Angela had stood by his side while others allegedly abandoned him, yet upon his return, Blueface publicly declared that her presence irritated him, and that he was done with the relationship. He even went as far as to say that he thought he had a loyal girlfriend waiting for him, but now he was back on the market looking for something serious. This abrupt dismissal set off a chain reaction of events that involved multiple women, physical altercations, online accusations, and threats that have left everyone involved looking worse for wear. Adding fuel to the fire, Blueface reportedly allowed another woman, referred to as Croc or Chrisean in various accounts, to jump Angela shortly after the breakup announcement. This attack on Angela was particularly brutal because she was the one who had remained faithful, visiting Blueface in prison and holding things down while he was away. The irony is thick. Angela was the loyal one, yet she became the target of aggression from Croc, who seemed to be acting out of jealousy or misplaced anger. Croc's actions didn't stop there. She was also involved in other confrontations that escalated the situation further. Reports claim that Croc pulled up on Blueface while he was spending time with Jaden, another of his baby mamas, along with Jaden's children and her mother, Chrisean. This family moment was deliberately disrupted when Croc started live streaming the entire encounter, clearly intending to provoke a reaction from Jaden. Sure enough, Jaden arrived to pick up her kids, and that's when things turned violent. Croc, enraged, attempted to jump Jaden and even went after Chrisean's security guards in her determination to get to her rival. The scene was described as a complete mess, with emotions running high and physical boundaries being crossed without hesitation. Hours later, Croc took to the internet to threaten Jaden, accusing her of being broke and bitter. This online feud highlighted the deep-seated resentment among these women, all tangled in Blueface's web of relationships. Jaden, however, didn't take the attacks lying down. She clapped back with receipts, posting evidence that she had never abandoned Blueface during his prison stint. She revealed that she sent him packages every week, paid his court fees, and even transferred $500 to him regularly. Her response was a direct challenge to the narrative that she and Croc had left him high and dry, proving her loyalty with tangible proof. Meanwhile, Chrisean, Jaden's mother, was dragged into the drama as well. Accusations flew that Jaden had taken Blueface's kids away from him only to ask for $1,000 through Chrisean shortly after his release. The criticism was harsh. How could someone withhold a man's children and then demand money right after he got out after serving 2 years? Blueface had supposedly left Jaden in a good position before his incarceration, providing her with a career, a car, and his chains, more than he had done for others who still showed up for him. This painted Jaden as ungrateful and manipulative in the eyes of some, though she counted that she retrieved her children because an incompetent person, likely referring to Croc, was around them without her consent or presence. Parenting decisions became a central point of contention, with advice thrown around that Croc should focus on her own child instead of meddling in others' affairs. The back and forth didn't end with Jaden and Croc. Another figure, Lou, jumped into the fray, accusing both women of abandoning Blueface when he was arrested in the past. Lou's statement was a reminder that time served in jail leaves lasting memories of who was there and who wasn't. He declared that neither Jaden nor Croc would ever live under the same roof with him again, dismissing any possibility of reconciliation with blunt language. Jaden chose not to respond to Lou, but Croc fired back, fiercely against Blueface himself. She posted photos of bruises she claimed were inflicted by him, detailing how he had stomped her out simply for saying something he didn't like. Her back was still injured from the assault, and she accused him of being an evil man who never gave her son a fair chance, even disowning the child despite knowing he was his. Croc recounted how Blueface had posed with her son's pee for clout and pretended to change while in prison, only to revert to his old ways upon release. Croc's pain poured out in a live stream from the airport, where she was seen crying hysterically, cursing Blueface, and even wishing death upon him. This emotional outburst was tied to deeper traumas, including the recent death of her ex-boyfriend Ronnie, who had claimed paternity of her son Junior just days before he passed away. Rumors swirled that Croc had made calls to have Ronnie eliminated, and now similar whispers suggested she might target Blueface and his new ex, Angela. The speculation added a dark, scary layer to the already volatile situation, with concerns rising for the safety of everyone involved, especially the children caught in the crossfire. Angela's role in all this was pivotal yet tragic. She was Blueface's prison girlfriend, the one who held it down when others didn't, according to some narratives. But her reward was humiliation and violence. Speculation grew that Croc blamed Angela for Blueface's disrespect toward her, planning to jump her the next time they crossed paths. This potential for more violence hung over the group like a storm cloud. Commenters online expressed pity for Junior, Croc's son, praying for his safety and urging someone to intervene on his behalf. Others criticized Croc's parenting, pointing out that while she argued on social media, her child needed therapy and stability. The overarching theme was one of betrayal and cycles of dysfunction. Blueface's return was meant to be a fresh start, perhaps even a reconciliation with his father, but it quickly devolved into the opposite. Threats were put in writing, bruises were displayed as evidence, and lives were streamed for public consumption. Jaden's receipts counted the abandonment claims, showing consistent support through packages, fees, and money. Croc's airport meltdown underscored her breaking point, mixing grief, anger, and desperation. Blueface's stomping of Croc was a low point, described in vivid detail, how he humiliated her, made her bark on live stream, leaving her questioning the last time she had degraded herself so profoundly. Chrisean's involvement added a familial angle, with messages allegedly hidden that could reveal more about the money demands. The $1,000 request through her was seen as bitter, especially after Blueface had provided so much before prison. Yet Jaden insisted she never asked for money the whole time he was gone, challenging anyone to prove otherwise. Croc's living situation was mocked. She was still asking to stay on people's couches, her child using toys and furniture bought by others. The incompetence accusation flew both ways, with parenting advice laced with venom. Blue's accusation served as a broader commentary on loyalty during hard times. Doing time changes perspectives, and forgetting who left you behind is impossible. His rejection of future cohabitation was absolute, fueled by perceived abandonment. Croc's response to Blueface was a catalog of grievances: cheating, violence, neglect of her son, faking change. The bruises were proof, the stomping a memory that lingered in her injured back. The airport live was cathartic yet alarming, with death wishes that echoed past tragedies like Ronnie's demise. Angela emerged as the unwitting catalyst, loyal in prison, but discarded out of it. Blueface's irritation with her was vocal, his prowling for something serious a slap in the face. The jump by Croc was revenge misplaced, anger at Blueface redirected. Threats loomed, safety concerns mounted, especially for the innocents like Junior. Online voices called for protection, therapy, enrollment in help programs. Croc's social media battles were seen as neglectful, priorities skewed amid the circus.